Hi everyone, my name's Jamie and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while. I am sorry about that. Honestly, I don't really have a real explanation other than just like time got away from me. I really don't know. I didn't mean at all for it to be like, I think it's been a month and a half now since my last video. I really didn't plan on that, but I don't know, life's just been happening and unfortunately, YouTube kind of just fell to the side. I probably even said that in my last video. So I think I've just been going through a bit of a moment where YouTube hasn't been my #1 priority, but we're back, hopefully more consistently from now on, but not making any promises. But we are back because I realized how long it had been and I wanted to catch you guys up on what's been going on. I wanted to have a little knit and chat. I've got my project, which I'll talk a bit more about soon. But yeah, I just wanted to catch up, tell you guys what I've been up to, show you guys some of the projects that I've been working on and finished, some of the projects that I worked on honestly like months ago but wasn't able to show you, but now I can because those things are now out in the world, so I'm super excited to talk about those things. If you're new here, I make videos about knitting and yarn if that wasn't obvious, so feel free to check out my channel, subscribe if you're not already, and yeah, stick around for more fibre arts fun. Before we get into everything, I just want to quickly talk about what I am wearing, which is my Heartstopper tee, which is a pattern that I released a couple of months ago. Very excited to finally release a pattern this year that wasn't from my book. So yeah, this is it. And it's honestly such a nice, like, not like super warm, but like sunny slash like warm-ish day today. So this is like the perfect in-between weather piece. And it has this beautiful lace detailing, which I absolutely love. It also has the lace at the bottom, but you can't really see that on camera, but that's okay. I did this using Woolen Works Merino DK in the colorway Rufus. And I'm really feeling like the orangey yellow vibes today, so I decided to pop on these earrings that I actually made myself. I'm so proud. I'll try to show them a little bit closer. Basically, a couple weeks ago, I hope you can actually see the texture and everything. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, my friend had a little crafternoon for her birthday. She had a few of us over to her house and it ended up actually being like a really like gloomy rainy day, but it was actually kind of perfect to like be all cozy, you know, in the house while it's raining, like doing little crafts. It was like kind of wholesome and cute. So we had a whole lot of different crafts. We did some scrapbooking, which I did, and I put it up on my wall over here. But I also decided to make some earrings because I was like, why not? I've got this clay and all these tools that I don't normally have at my disposal, and I'm gonna just do my best. And this is what we came up with. We did some cute little lemons because I've been really feeling the lemon vibe recently. And I think they actually turned out really good. We like put them in the oven afterwards. When I say we, I mean me. I put them in the oven afterwards and they're like not perfect. I wouldn't sell these, but for me, I'm happy. So yeah, for a first attempt, I think they're pretty good. I love this little leaf that I managed to get. And it wasn't like the best quality clay by any means, so I was pretty impressed that I managed to kind of get the shapes right and it didn't crack. Very cool and fun to be wearing handmade top and handmade earrings. We love it. But yeah, that's what I'm wearing. And then what I'm gonna be knitting for, I don't know, I probably won't be knitting the whole video because I've got so much stuff to show you guys, but I probably won't really have my hands like free to knit very much, but when I do, I'm gonna be working on this jumper, so I'll show you guys what it actually is. This is one of my latest designs. I'm really excited about it. It's a gorgeous little stripy number. It's gonna be a jumper, if that wasn't obvious. I still have to obviously add sleeves and finish the body and do the neck, but this is kind of where we're at. I love it so much. I'm obsessed with the pink and the red. You may or may not know I'm having a bit of a red moment this year, so I'm really, really loving pink and red together, and I love how like the white kind of breaks it up. And speaking of, I wanted to do some fun detailing at the back. So I've used German short row shaping for the shoulders because it's going to be a drop shoulder, but then I decided I wanted to kind of keep this like small white stripe detail even where the shoulders connect. And so I have basically, I don't know, I don't really know if I made this up or not. Like this could have just been something I made up, who really knows? But I wanted this like texture here with the white. And so I basically did the cast on in the white and then worked my German short rows. And then when I went to pick up stitches to work the front section, I kind of picked them up in a way that like kept the cast on edge like sticking out basically. Kind of hard to explain how I did it, but I'll definitely like explain it properly and probably use like photos and stuff in the pattern. So if you plan on getting this pattern when it comes out, don't worry, I'll make it a lot more clear than I am now how to do it. But yeah, you basically kind of have like the cast on edge like sticking out, but it adds just like really cool like texture and interest to it. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the neck as well. So I love that detail to it. This is kind of like what it will look like at the back, which I think is really cool. And yeah, I think the plan is to do a turtleneck, but like I might change my mind on that. So we'll just see how we go and what I'm vibing honestly at the time. The yarn I'm using is Cascade 220. I'll show you guys actually. It's like this non-superwash wool, 100% wool. I don't know the colorway names. I don't know if they have names. I think they must be numbers, but yeah, it's like the red, pink, and the white. Hopefully that's helpful. I bought these secondhand from my friend Phoebe from Friday Knits. She was doing a little Instagram story de-stash and she was selling like 10 skeins. I think it was like 4 of each of the red and the pink and then 2 of the white. And I was like, that is such a good deal considering like the price that she was selling it for. I was like $80 for 10 skeins. Not bad. So I ended up buying them from her. I really didn't even know what I was going to make yet at the time, but I was like, whatever, I'll figure that out later. And I'm glad I did because here we are. It hasn't even been that long and I'm already pumping out a new design with it. So it was definitely a good purchase and I'm just like kind of flying through it, to be honest. Like I really haven't even been working on it for that long and I'm just having such a great time. I think like stripes are keeping me interested. Like the stripes are just kind of big enough where it's like I'm not having to change colors too often, but I am like not getting bored because I'm like, oh, a new color is coming soon. So I feel like that's kind of really helped keep my interest and hopefully I'll like fly through this project and get the pattern written as soon as I can so I can put it out for you guys. But yeah, now I'm just literally knitting in the round. So it's super chill. Speaking of new designs, I also do want to show you, in case you haven't seen it on my Instagram, my latest finished design that I'm actually going to be putting it to testing very soon. I've already put the testing call out when I'm filming this. I don't know if the testing call will still be up when I upload this because I'm not really sure how long it's going to take me to edit and upload this video. So there's a very good chance I may have already chosen testers by the time this video goes up, but regardless, it is still going to be coming out, you know, fairly soon. And that is this currently unnamed vest slash like cardigan vest thing. It's so cute. And believe it or not, this is actually my first like cardigan vest. Like I've literally never done a vest with buttons before. I don't know why. I just probably because it has too much purling, but I don't know. I've made many cardigans before, so I really don't know why. I've never done it, and I thought let's change that. So I made this gorgeous little vest using Melted Baby Suri from Qing Fibre, which is one of my favorite yarns, and I used 3 colorways. Champagne is the yellow, and then I think Hope is the like multicolor variegated one. And then the purple is Floating, but I could be wrong. It could be the other way around. Sorry if I'm wrong. But either way, these are 3 colorways that I bought at Bendigo. I actually vlogged Bendigo if you want to check out my vlog from a couple of videos ago, probably several videos back now. But yeah, I bought this back in July and I was like not sure if I wanted to buy it at the time because if I bought it, I was basically going to be going over my budget. I ended up going over my budget like pretty significantly after that because I ended up buying more things. So either way I would have gone over, but I just knew I couldn't leave without the yarn. It was just too pretty and I loved how the colors went together and I could just really visualize like creating something that I would want to wear with those colors. And so I'm glad I bought them because once again, I got a new design out of it. And yeah, it's worked from the top down. And I think this might be my first top down vest pattern. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. So that's fun because I have so many vest patterns, but I think they're all worked from the bottom up. So I thought we'll change it up. I've been in a bit of a top down mood this year. So, I mean, I say that when this is literally a bottom up raglan, but overall, I've genuinely been enjoying working from the top down. So thought I'd give it a go. And I really, really love how the neck shaping came out. I think it was like exactly what I was going for. I love how the stripes look, and I'm definitely planning on making another one using 2 colors, which I will show you very soon in this video, later in the video. But yeah, I don't know, I just really love it. I love the double knitted button band. I think it adds like an extra little kind of interest and element to it. And of course these buttons, I'm obsessed. They're so cute. I got them from my local button shop and she said they were vintage. Like, I don't really know if that's true, but she said they were. So vintage buttons, we love to see it. But yeah, I don't really have a ton more to say about this. I feel like it's just like a great layering piece. I've been wearing it on kind of like warmer days because I've made the armholes like quite big so that if you're wearing it on its own, you kind of have room to breathe if it's like a warmer day, and then like it's not like you're not going to get too hot. But if it's like a cooler day and it's like a bit too cold to wear it on its own, then you can like layer it pretty easily. Like you could even put like a shirt with like wider sleeves. Like doesn't even have to be like something skin tight. It can be like, yeah, like some kind of shirt underneath, and you'd definitely be able to like get your sleeves through this pretty easily because it's so big. So yeah, I feel like it's pretty versatile. It's cropped and it's cute, and it's obviously like it's from top down, so it's adjustable, all the things. I just feel like it's like kind of got everything you want, and yeah, I just love this yarn so much, and so I love designing with it. So yeah, that is that one. Speaking of Qing Fibre, I am so excited to like finally be able to show you guys what I've been working on with Qing Fibre all year, honestly. Not all year, like I think they reached out to me in April, so it's been going on for a while. It was like a long process to put this whole thing together, but it's finally very much out in the world. Like people who pre-ordered it have received it, and now there's actually another pre-order open. I'm hoping it'll still be open by the time this video comes out. So I'm so excited to finally show you here on YouTube in case you missed it on my Instagram, which honestly I wouldn't be surprised if you did, considering the algorithm has not really been algorithming for me recently. So just in case you missed it, I'm gonna show you everything now. In case you're a little lost on what I'm actually talking about, I'm talking about my mystery box collaboration that I did with Qing Fibre. It's honestly the coolest thing ever that one of my favorite yarn brands reached out to me and wanted to create an entire mystery box in collaboration with me. Like, I'm so honored because, yeah, like I said, I've been using their yarn for years, and this is my first opportunity to actually work with them. Obviously, of course, I took the opportunities. So basically, we created an entire like curated mystery box that also has a design, which I will show you guys. And I came up with the theme, and most of the colorways I helped create, and helped with like coming up with all the ideas for what the gifts were going to be, and they created the artwork, which I think is so incredible. So huge props to like their design team that put all this artwork together and really like brought my like vision to life. So I can't take credit for that, but they slayed. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this so you guys can see everything that is in the box. It's summer in Sorrento. It was inspired by southern Italy. I feel like my earrings are very much on theme. So yeah, that was the inspiration behind everything. I'm not gonna go into like too much detail because I'll just be here all day talking. So we're gonna go ahead and open it up. It's got this really cool tissue paper that's like branded with Qing Fibre and Jaime Creates, and there's even a little sticker as well. Obviously I've already opened it, but you get the vibe. So basically the mystery box came with a bunch of yarn to make the pattern that I designed that I'm going to show you guys after, but it also comes with 2 special gifts. So I'll just show you both of those. The first one is this gorgeous tote bag / project bag, whatever you want to use it for. I honestly use it just as like a regular bag, but I know like my mum uses it to carry her groceries, and like it's huge. So it would definitely fit like a big knitting project or multiple small ones. So it's great for that, and obviously it's got the artwork and the Qing Fibre and Jaime Creates on it. It's super high quality. I'm obsessed with this tote bag. I'm not even joking, not lying to you. I have been using it every single day since I received mine. The second gift is kind of like a 2-for-1 because it comes in this gorgeous little tin, which I feel like is already kind of a beautiful gift on its own. Obviously it has all the artwork, and on the back it has Summer in Sorrento with our Instagram and websites on it, and it's just super cool. Obviously you can hear there's something inside it, so I'm going to show you that. So when you open it up, you'll see the stitch markers. There's 4 stitch markers. 2 of them are little lemons, like my earrings, and then the other 2 are little oranges, so very on theme. Yeah, that's the second gift / gifts. Now on to the best part, the yarn. So like I said, 3 out of the 4 colorways were brand new exclusive colorways that I helped create. One of them, which is going to be the first one I show you here, this one is Coral Reef. This one is already an existing colorway from Qing Fibre, but I just felt it fit the vibe so perfectly. It just reminded me of southern Italy and like just fit with the color palette that I had created so perfectly already that I just like, let's just use that. No changes need to be made, no notes, perfect. bellissimo, gorgeous. So this is Coral Reef. This is on their Dashing Sassy base, and I just love how it combines like purple, orange, blue, yellow, all in one colorway. Like those are just colors that don't always look good together. Like you really need to kind of get it right for it to all kind of work so well. And this color just does it perfectly. It reminds me of like a beautiful sunset, but then also kind of like really, I feel like it's quite evocative of like a lot of the color palettes that are used in a lot of the houses and buildings that you'll find in like Sorrento, Positano, etc. And I just felt it was perfect and really, really just encapsulated exactly what I wanted. So that is the first colorway. The second is one that I helped create, which is Limoncello, and that is also on the Dashing Sassy base. As you can see, it's like a beautiful neon yellow with neon orange speckles, and I just love it so much. It's so bright, so fun. It's obviously giving like Aperol Spritz, limoncello vibe, all of it in one. Just like the perfect summer drinks that you want to be drinking by the beach in southern Italy. Enough said, honestly. Once again, matching the earrings. You can see what I was going for here. So that is the second one. The next two are both on the Melted Baby Siri base. It's my favorite base of theirs, so of course I had to include it. So the first one is this beautiful blue. This is called Beach Club. Long story short, all the beaches in Sorrento are literally just beach clubs. There's like no actual just free beach that's available to the public with sand. The beaches are literally just water, and so I thought calling it Beach Club would make sense. And then the last one, I saved the best for last because this is definitely my favorite. This is what I named Blue Grotto. It's partly inspired by just like the general vast blue oceans that you'll see, but then also some of the houses, and like I feel like there's just like a lot of blue, and especially in Capri. I feel like I noticed that a lot when I was there. But also the name itself came from these really cool caves in Capri called Blue Grotto. I unfortunately didn't actually get to go and see them when I was there because I did have very limited time in Capri, but it really, really reminded me of that. That was kind of what I was going for. So I decided to name it Blue Grotto. These are the 4 colors that you get in the mystery box. So a really good mix of blues, oranges, yellows, and a bit of, you know, pink and purple in there. So it's really just like quite a mixed bag, but I feel like it all really works quite well together. And with this yarn, you will be able to make the pattern that I designed, which I will show you now. I've already revealed this on my Instagram, but just in case you missed it, this is the Sorrento Shrug, my first ever like proper shrug pattern. It's kind of hard to like really show it without wearing it, but hopefully you can get a vibe. Like there's the neck hole. It's got this cute little tie at the front, and then there are the sleeves. So it's got these like uneven stripes with a fun little texture where the colors change, and I-cord edging at the bottom of the sleeves and also around the neck and at the bottom. I've also done the straps using an I-cord, and I've actually like mixed the 2 bases together with the different colors, so you kind of just get all the colors being used for the straps, which I feel like really ties everything together. Pun not intended. Yeah, this is the pattern. Right now it's exclusively available through the mystery box, so we have a round of pre-orders open right now. If you wanted to get the box now that you can see the yarn and everything that's in it and the pattern, that is currently the only way to get this pattern, but eventually it will be available individually, so just kind of hold out for that, I guess. If you don't want to buy the whole box, which I totally understand, the pattern will eventually be available, so don't worry if there's something that you really want to make. You just might have to be a little bit patient. Something I really love about this pattern is that it is not, I wouldn't say made to measure, because it's not like entirely customizable that you can just like put in any measurements and it'll pump out a pattern for you. But I made it so that the sizing is quite like choose your own adventure. So essentially there's 4 sizes, but you can kind of like mix and match sizes depending on which part of the pattern we're looking at. So the 3 different like aspects of the pattern that we're talking about are the sleeve circumference, the sleeve length, and then the width of the back section that connects the 2 sleeves. So because there's like quite a lot of variation, I found like through testing lots of patterns, especially with patterns with sleeves, there's a lot of variation even within one size of like arm length, and I just felt like the sizing couldn't be like so rigid because there is so much variation, and I wanted people to be able to like choose whatever size was right for them for each part, if that makes sense. So like if you have like shorter arms but like wider arms, then like you shouldn't have to then like pick one of the smaller sizes and then the sleeve is too small for you circumference wise because you wanted to get the right length, if that makes sense. And because I'm doing it obviously with like uneven stripes, like I wanted to actually give instructions on like how to do different lengths rather than just saying like, oh, make it as long as you want. So yeah, basically like you can like pick whichever size you want for the sleeve circumference, and then when you're working up the actual sleeve, you can then pick a different size if you want for the length, and then the same thing when you're working up the back section. And this is all worked in one piece. There's no seaming involved. So you essentially cast on the sleeve, work all the way up, and then you're like casting off some stitches. You work the first strap, and then you work the back section, and then you work the second sleeve, and then you pick up stitches that were put on hold to work the second strap. So literally no seaming involved. Yeah, it's like all connected. I just feel like it's a perfect summer piece. I was imagining like, what would I want if I'm like in Italy, I'm like watching the sunset and it's kind of cooling down a little bit, but it's not like cold, but it's not like hot anymore. And I'm like, wow, I kind of want like something to cover up, but I also like don't want to like cover up my really pretty bikini or like whatever cute sundress I'm wearing or whatever it is. I was like, what can I make that would be perfect for that scenario? And that was this. And I feel like the vision was definitely achieved, and I cannot wait to wear it this summer. I'm very sorry for those of you who are maybe feeling a bit jealous because you're going into winter right now, but I'm going into summer, so I absolutely cannot wait to wear this. I will definitely be taking it with me on my trip to WA this January, which I'm just so excited about. Definitely gonna get plenty of wear out of it. Thanks for indulging me in talking about that because, like I said, I've had to keep it a secret for so long. And I just have been so excited to finally share, because I just am so bad at keeping secrets, and I just keep finding myself in these situations now where I have to like keep things a secret, but it's just very exciting when you finally get to reveal said secret. So yeah, I hope you guys like the design. For anyone who already bought the mystery box and like didn't know what they were gonna get, I hope that you know, love the yarn and love the design. And yeah, if you love it but you didn't buy it, you can, I'm pretty sure. I hope you still can. If not, you can hold out for the pattern when it comes out in a couple of months or so. But yeah, I will let you guys know when it's available, obviously. Anyway, speaking of things that I was having to keep a secret, I have another one that I was keeping literally all year and is finally out. Cat is out of the bag. Oh, I'm just like so excited about it. I've already revealed it. Like it's already announced. It's already on Instagram, but I haven't like said it here, and I haven't like said it really like out loud, so it's still very exciting. But that is that I have a pattern that is going to be included in the upcoming book published by Lane Publishing, 52 Weeks of Chunky Knits, which comes out on November 8th, which is like next week when I'm filming this. It will probably be this week when this is uploaded, so that is crazy. My copy is currently on its way. It's like I've gotten the shipping notification, so it's in transit, but I don't actually have it with me to show you and hold it up. I wish I could, but I don't have it, and it's probably not going to come for a few days. But yeah, I have a pattern in the book, which is so crazy. They actually reached out to me, which, I mean, I was already going to submit a design, because when I saw that they did the submission call for this, I was like, this was literally made for me. I just wrote an entire pattern book for Chunky Knits, so like, this is up my alley, you know? So I was already going to submit something, but then I actually got an email from them and they were like, we would like you to submit a pattern. And I was like, you know who I am? Like, what? That is crazy. So yeah, that was really cool, and luckily they accepted my submission. The design is called the Chloe sweater. I actually don't have the sample with me to show you because I shipped it off to Finland months ago and I won't get it back for another few months still, but I named it the Chloe sweater after my friend Chloe from Woolen Works. I used her yarn for the sweater. It's her chunky merino base in the colorway Flat Feet from her super iconic Barbie collection that she released last year. I just knew I had to use something from that collection, and Flat Feet was just such a striking, beautiful blue, and I don't know, I was just feeling that color. It was definitely the most popular one from the collection, I believe, so I figured probably a good choice. A little bit about the design. It's worked from the top down. Once again, I'm in my like top down era. I told you guys. It's a gorgeous mock neck with like a half twisted rib on the neckline, the cuffs and the ribbing. And then it's also got this beautiful lace / half twisted rib pattern across the yoke. And then it's just worked in stockinette for the rest. So it's not too complicated. It's like a good mix between like keeping your brain occupied and like mindless. The lace pattern itself isn't very complicated. It's only a few rows repeated. And obviously it's not going to take you too long because it's a chunky knit, which we love. But yeah, I'm just, I'm so proud of myself for like getting published in another book so soon after my first one. I have a lot of imposter syndrome, but nevertheless, it's super cool. And yeah, I'm so excited about it. So if you want to get the book, it's available for pre-order, but honestly, by the time you guys are seeing this, it's probably going to be out in like a couple days. So you can probably just get it like pretty much from when this video is out, which is so exciting. The other designs are honestly so stunning. I am obsessed with all of them. I'm so excited to make so many of them. That's basically that situation. I've been keeping it a secret all year. I started working on it in February, sent the sample off in May, and then have been like basically waiting for it to come out until now. So yeah, very excited to finally kind of have that be something I can talk about. And who knows, there might be more of these kind of things in the future. I didn't say anything. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, that's basically all the things knitting related that I wanted to talk about. Well, one of them is like semi-knitting related, but not really. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to catch you guys up a little bit on some fun things, some exciting things that I've been up to recently since I've obviously been a bit MIA on YouTube. The first is something I did talk about in my last video, but the reason I was talking about it ended up not really being a thing, so I'll explain. But basically, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, I went to see the Guts tour, which was so incredible. This is my first time seeing Olivia Rodrigo live because she has never been to Australia. She didn't come here on her last tour, so this was our first like opportunity to see her, and it was so good. I had so much fun that I was like determined to get another ticket and go again, because after going to the Eras tour multiple times, I feel like I've been corrupted and like I now am like incapable of going to a concert once and then it being enough. Well, that's not actually true, but like if I have like an incredible time and I really love the artist, like I really would like to go more than once, because I feel like it's very overwhelming the first time you go, and like you sometimes need that second round to like really take it all in. But it was so hard to get tickets to even one show that I was like losing hope. But I was just, I don't know, they were doing all these last minute ticket drops and I like had faith that like I'd be able to do it. I was like totally fine to go by myself, especially like the second time. I was like, yeah, like I'll be fine. I'll get there like just before it starts, and then I won't really have to deal with the social anxiety because I'll just be in the moment enjoying the concert. So long story short, I did end up getting a ticket. I was in like some Facebook group chats, and although there were a lot of scammers in those groups, I did get really lucky and I got a ticket that was actually not a scam. And I won't really explain how that all went down and how I knew it wasn't a scam, but I was like 99% sure it wasn't a scam. So yeah, luckily it wasn't, and everything worked out and I was able to get a ticket at the last minute. I was like a couple of rows from the back the second time, but it was still incredible. And I was like also kind of proud of myself to go by myself. But basically the reason that I was talking about it in my last video, in case you missed it, was that I was planning on / working on a knitted outfit. I was gonna knit something to wear, but unfortunately I decided to pivot at the last minute. I mean, it's probably fortunate because I don't think it was gonna work out the way that I wanted it to. Basically, I was knitting a tank top, kind of like the one that she wears at the end of the concert in the encore, where she like does a different, like has a different phrase on it every night. And I was gonna make one, and it was gonna be like, I was gonna do a funny phrase on it. After I was gonna like duplicate stitch on. And then basically when I bought the yarn, which I got from Chloe from Woolworks, it's just her bare yarn. On the website, it like looked white, like fully white. When I got it, I kind of knew, I could tell it wasn't like 100% white, but I was still like, this is still gonna be fine. And I was like, I'm still gonna do it. Cause I just like, I don't know, I just wasn't really thinking. Like, I don't really know what was going through my head, because I think part of me was like, this isn't the right color, but I just kind of went with it anyway. So I don't know what past me was thinking, but it took me like, I mean, I kind of had a feeling throughout most of the time I was knitting it that it was gonna not be the right color, but I was like, it's fine, like maybe I can dye it after I finished it. And Chloe was like, well, I don't really know, like it's a bit hard to kind of get like something that's almost white to get that to white, and I don't really understand how it all works, but yeah. And then she was also like away and was only getting back like a few days before the concert, and I was like, that's not leaving me with a lot of time to like sort this out, and like what if it doesn't even work, and then I've like left with nothing. So I was just getting a bit stressed about the idea of that. And once my like skirt came in the mail and I tried it on, my skirt had like silver stars. It was like a black skirt with silver stars. And the fact that the top had like yellow undertones with the silver just really didn't work. And it just looked not good in my opinion. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to wear this top. It's not going to go to waste because we can still dye it. Like I can still dye it like literally any other color and just wear it. You know, we're going into summer. It's perfect. It's tank top season. So I was like, that's fine. I'll still wear it, but I'm not going to wear it for this concert. So I was like, well, now what do I wear? Because I really didn't have like anything that like suited the vibe I was going for. But I basically just ended up going to Camberwell Market, which is a really great secondhand market in Melbourne. And I bought enough stuff to wear for 2 concerts because I didn't try anything on when I was there because it was like pouring with rain. But I got so lucky because everything I bought fit me. And I ended up having enough stuff to wear 2 concerts. And I'm pretty sure the 2 tops and the skirt that I bought cost a total of $6. Like I think each one was $2. So didn't really break the bank with those purchases. But yeah, luckily I managed to kind of sort out the outfit situation pretty quickly. And yeah, had like so much fun putting the outfits together. And yeah, I was really happy that I ended up being able to wear both. It just all worked out in the end. And I haven't actually finished the top, but I will finish it. And then yeah, Chloe and I will dye it. I don't really know what color yet. I'll decide later on. And it'll be a fun summer tank. So stay tuned for whenever I finish that. I will definitely be showing it to you. But yeah, that's kind of what happened with that. A bit sad because I do like knitting things for concerts. It is fun, but it just wasn't worth the stress at that point. So yeah. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was actually something that I did with my family last week, which was for my mum's 60th birthday. She wanted us to go and do this 4-day hike called the Three Capes Track in Tasmania, which if you don't know is like kind of like an island in the southeast of Australia. It is part of Australia, but it's like not on the mainland. I've only been to Tassie once and it was for school camp in year 8, which for me was 2013. So it's been a while since I'd been there. So I was very keen to go back, even though hiking is not really my thing. I'm not really that fit and I'm not much of an outdoorsy person. Luckily this, as far as like multi-day hikes go, was basically as luxurious as it gets. We had like full-on accommodation, like as far as hikes go. Like gotta put that disclaimer in. It wasn't like a luxury accommodation, but for what you would expect when you're going hiking, it was luxury. We had cabins, we had memory foam mattresses, we had a kitchen, we had a heated like room to sit in at night and hang out in. We had yoga mats, we had foam rollers, we had board games, and we had some incredible views and surroundings and like little wallabies that were hanging out with us. So it was like a really, really nice situation when it came to like accommodation. Oh, we had toilets as well. One night they had a shower as well. So yeah, it wasn't so bad in that sense, thank God. And the hike itself was like, as far as hikes go, not that hard, but I'm, like I said, not very fit. So I still struggled. You're not going to get beautiful views without climbing some hills. So yeah, it was not the easiest at times, and it was about 48 kilometers over 4 days, but majority of that was done in the last 2 days. So yeah, by the end we were pretty exhausted, but it was really rewarding and really fun. My whole family was there, and also my partner Asha, which was really nice to have him as well. And yeah, it was just a really, really beautiful hike. So if you're into hiking, I would highly recommend it. It's a really well done experience. It's really well put together, and we got really lucky with the weather, I will say, because the weather can be so crazy and unpredictable there. There was rain, but we just like got really lucky with like the timing of the rain. It was mostly during the night, and like it didn't really, I think we only had like one day where it actually like properly rained on us while we were walking, and it didn't even last that long. So yeah, we got really lucky, but yeah, that's like something to consider, because if you're not prepared for that, it could be a bit intense. But yeah, luckily we weren't really impacted too heavily by the weather, and yeah, it was like really amazing. So I don't regret doing it at all. I was incredibly sore after. Yesterday was honestly like the first day I could like properly walk, but it was definitely like a really good challenge, and it was also really good to like disconnect, because I basically didn't have phone reception for like majority of the time. So that's kind of like what I've been up to in the past like week or so. Now I am gonna be just at home for the next 2 months, you know, back to work and everything. I'm gonna be working quite a bit next month, and then in January I'm going away for 3 weeks. So we'll see how consistent I can be with the videos. I'll do my best, but yeah, I'm still kind of struggling to just like work out how to manage my time and everything, especially with YouTube when it comes to having this job. So sorry about the lack of consistency, but I'm getting there, I'm working on it. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there because it is like 7 o'clock and the sun is starting to go down. Thank you so much for watching and for knitting along with me. If you were knitting something while watching this, please let me know what you're working on, and just in general, actually, let me know what you're working on at the moment. I always love to read, and makes me feel a bit more connected to you guys and like to know there's actual people watching my videos. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're not already, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified, because who knows what I'm going to upload next. Not me, and you won't either unless you get notified. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Jaime_creates. Links will be in the description to get my patterns and my book and order the mystery box if you can still do that, and order 52 weeks of chunky knits if you want. And yeah, basically all the things will be in the description. I think that is everything. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!